Italy's rich history spans thousands of years, from prehistoric settlements to the mighty Roman Empire and beyond. Archaeologists have uncovered lost cities, ancient tombs, and priceless artifacts that reveal the sophistication of past civilizations. In this episode 30 of Italy's most astonishing archaeological discoveries, each with a detailed description of their historical significance and impact on our understanding of the ancient world. Italy's most incredible archaeological discoveries that rewrote history. Pompei and Herculanium, the cities frozen in time. The catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 Common Era preserved the Roman cities of Pompei and Herculanium under layers of volcanic ash and pyroclastic material, creating an unparalleled archaeological time capsule. While Pompei was buried under 4 to 6 meters of pumice and ash, Herculanium was encased in superheated mudflows that carbonized organic materials like wood, food, and even papyrus scrolls. Recent excavations have revealed astonishing details about daily Roman life. From perfectly preserved frescoes depicting mythological scenes to carbonized loaves of bread still in ovens. One of the most poignant discoveries has been the plaster casts of victims, created by pouring plaster into voids left by decomposed bodies, capturing their final moments with heartbreaking clarity. In 2021, archaeologists uncovered a well-preserved ceremonial chariot near Pompeii's stables, decorated with intricate bronze and tin medallions depicting erotic scenes. Herculanium's Villa of the Papyri continues to yield carbonized scrolls being deciphered through advanced CT scanning technology, potentially containing lost works of ancient literature. These sites remain active dig sites, with an estimated 1/3 of Pompeii still buried, promising more revelations about Roman urban life. The Colosseum, Rome's monument to spectacle. The Flavian amphitheater, known as the Colosseum, was constructed between 70 and 80 Common Era under Emperor Vespasian and remains the largest ancient amphitheater ever built, capable of seating 50,000 spectators. Recent underground excavations have revealed the complex Hypogeum system, a 2-level subterranean network of tunnels, cages, and 80 elevator shafts used to lift animals and gladiators into the arena. Advanced ground-penetrating radar has detected traces of temporary wooden structures built for naumachia, mock naval battles, that could flood the arena with water from the nearby Aqua Claudia aqueduct. In 2023, restorers discovered remnants of vibrant red, blue, and green frescoes that once decorated the exterior arches, completely changing our perception of the monument's original appearance. The Colosseum's innovative construction techniques, including the use of travertine limestone with iron clamps and a complex system of vaults, demonstrate Roman engineering at its peak. Ongoing studies of graffiti found in passageways reveal details about seating arrangements, with senators' names still visible carved into marble seats. While bone analysis from the drains shows the diet of exotic animals like lions, bears, and even giraffes that were imported for games. The Pantheon, architectural perfection. Built by Emperor Hadrian around 126 Common Era on the site of an earlier temple, the Pantheon's revolutionary concrete dome remains the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome nearly 2 millennia after its construction. The dome's precise geometry, its height, 43.3 meters, exactly matching its diameter, creates a perfect sphere within the building. Recent materials analysis reveals the Romans used progressively lighter aggregates in the concrete mixture as the dome rises, with heavy travertine at the base transitioning to porous pumice at the oculus. The 9-meter-wide oculus not only reduces the dome's weight but creates dramatic light effects, with the noon sun on April 21, Rome's founding date, illuminating the entrance in what was likely an intentional cosmological alignment. The Pantheon's survival is attributed to its continuous use as a church since 609 Common Era, preserving features like the original bronze doors and porphyry floor. Laser scanning in 2022 detected previously unknown inscriptions beneath later modifications that may confirm the building's dual function as an imperial audience hall and temple to all gods. The Pantheon's influence extends far beyond antiquity, having inspired architectural masterpieces from Brunelleschi's Florence Cathedral dome to Thomas Jefferson's Monticello. The Roman Forum, center of the ancient world. This sprawling archaeological complex served as Rome's political, religious, and commercial heart for over a millennium, with structures representing every phase of Roman history from the 8th century before Common Era to the 6th century Common Era. Excavations have revealed the lapis niger, a sacred black marble pavement possibly dating to Rome's legendary founding period, bearing one of the earliest known Latin inscriptions. The Curia Julia, where the Senate met, preserves its original marble floor and the remains of the Tabula Valeria, a massive bronze map of the empire. Recent excavations near the Temple of Vesta uncovered a trove of 1st century Common Era artifacts including bronze voting tablets and fragments of the Fasti Consulares, the official record of Roman consuls. Ground-penetrating radar has mapped an extensive network of underground chambers beneath the Forum, including the Tullianum prison where enemies of the state like Jugurtha and Vercingetorix were executed. The discovery of pollen samples in ancient drainage systems has allowed archaeologists to reconstruct the Forum's ornamental gardens, while analysis of lead pipes continues to reveal details about Rome's sophisticated water distribution system that supplied fountains and baths throughout the civic center. The Aion Way, Queen of Roads. Constructed in 312 before Common Era under censor Appius Claudius Caecus, the Via Appia originally stretched 212 kilometers from Rome to Capua, later extending 560 kilometers to Brindisi. Archaeological surveys have documented sections of the original basalt paving stones, worn with ruts from centuries of cart traffic. The road's construction techniques, layered foundation of sand and gravel topped with interlocking volcanic stones, made it durable enough to survive 2 millennia of use. Recent excavations have uncovered mile markers with inscriptions detailing distances and the officials who maintained each section. The most remarkable features along the Aion Way are the monumental tombs, including the well-preserved mausoleum of Cecilia Metella and the recently excavated Circus of Maxentius complex. In 2021, archaeologists using lidar technology discovered a previously unknown necropolis beneath a suburban stretch of the road containing over 100 sarcophagi, some with intact funerary goods. The Aion Way also served as an early Christian burial site, with catacombs like those of San Callisto containing miles of underground galleries decorated with 2nd–4th century Common Era frescoes depicting biblical scenes, providing crucial evidence about the development of early Christian art. The Villa of Libya, Imperial Splendor. Discovered in 1863 near Rome's Prima Porta, this country villa belonged to Livia Drusilla, wife of Emperor Augustus, and dates to the late 1st century before Common Era. The villa is most famous for its underground triclinium, dining room, decorated with breathtaking frescoes depicting an illusionistic garden filled with flowering plants, fruit trees, and birds. Recent multispectral imaging has revealed these paintings originally contained much brighter pigments, with the garden scene designed to give diners the impression of eating outdoors year-round. In 2023, archaeologists excavating the villa's private quarters uncovered a rare 1st century before Common Era heating system using terracotta tubes to circulate warm air beneath floors and walls. The villa's most famous artifact, the Augustus of Prima Porta statue, now in the Vatican museums, was discovered here in 1863, depicting the emperor in military garb with an elaborately carved breastplate showing mythological and political scenes. Ongoing excavations continue to uncover new sections of the villa, including a recently discovered sunken nymphaeum, grotto, with blue glass paste mosaics mimicking flowing water, demonstrating the luxurious lifestyle of Rome's imperial family. The sunken city of Bayai, Rome's playground. Once the most luxurious seaside resort of the Roman elite, Bayai was gradually submerged due to Bradysism, volcanic uplift and subsidence, between the 3rd and 16th century Common Era, creating one of the world's most spectacular underwater archaeological parks. Marine archaeologists have mapped extensive ruins including villas, bath complexes, and harbor structures spread across 177 hectares beneath the Bay of Naples. The submerged nymphaeum of Emperor Claudius features well-preserved marble statues of Odysseus and Bias, the mythical founder, still standing in their original niches. In 2022, divers discovered a previously unknown section of the Pisonian Villa, possibly owned by Nero's rival, containing intact mosaic floors depicting sea creatures and a rare marble sundial in the shape of a ham, a Roman culinary delicacy. The warm thermal waters that made Bayai famous continue to percolate through the ruins, creating unique conservation challenges but also preserving organic materials like wooden furniture and cloth rarely found elsewhere. Recent isotopic analysis of the marble has traced its origins to quarries across the Mediterranean, demonstrating Bayai's importance as a showcase for imperial wealth and power during the early empire. The Etruscan necropolises of Cerveteri and Tarquinia. These UNESCO World Heritage Sites contain thousands of tombs dating from the 9th to 3rd century before Common Era, offering unparalleled insights into Etruscan civilization before Roman domination. At Cerveteri's Banditacha necropolis, archaeologists have uncovered elaborate tumuli, burial mounds, with entire subterranean houses carved from volcanic tuff, complete with furniture, wall frescoes, and even drainage systems. The Tomb of the Reliefs, 4th century before Common Era, features stunning stucco reproductions of household items like armor, tools, and pets, creating an eternal home for the deceased. Tarquinia's Monterazzi necropolis contains over 6,000 graves, including 200 with vibrant frescoes depicting banquets, dancers, and mythological scenes that have revolutionized our understanding of Etruscan art. Recent excavations using endoscopic cameras have revealed previously inaccessible tombs with intact grave goods, including a 2019 discovery of a warrior's burial with a complete bronze chariot and gold jewelry. DNA analysis from skeletal remains is providing new information about Etruscan origins, challenging Herodotus' theory of Anatolian migration by showing strong genetic ties to local Iron Age populations. The necropolises also demonstrate the Etruscan sophisticated engineering, with some tombs featuring corbelled domes predating Roman architectural techniques by centuries. The Sassi di Matera, prehistoric cave dwellings. The Sassi stones of Matera in Basilicata represent one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited settlements, with evidence of human occupation dating back to the Paleolithic era, approximately 10,000 before Common Era. These cave dwellings carved into limestone cliffs create a remarkable urban ecosystem where homes, churches, and cisterns were all hewn from the living rock. Recent archaeological investigations have uncovered Neolithic pottery and tools beneath modern houses, demonstrating uninterrupted habitation through the Bronze Age, Roman period, and Middle Ages. The 8th–12th century Common Era rock-hewn churches contain some of Italy's earliest Christian frescoes, blending Byzantine and Romanesque styles. In 2021, researchers using 3D laser scanning discovered an extensive underground water collection system with channels and cisterns that allowed the city to thrive in this arid region. The most astonishing feature is how ancient and modern coexist. Many grotto homes were occupied until the 1950s, preserving traditional living patterns unchanged for millennia. Matera's unique geology has also preserved rare organic materials, including first millennium before Common Era wooden plows and leather goods found in sealed caves, offering extraordinary insights into prehistoric daily life. The city's 1993 UNESCO designation and 2019 European Capital of Culture status have spurred new archaeological projects that continue to reveal hidden chambers and artifacts beneath the modern city. The Labyrinth of Porsa, Etruscan engineering marvel. Beneath the Tuscan town of Chiusi lies one of Italy's most mysterious archaeological wonders, the legendary Labyrinth of Porsa, an intricate network of Etruscan tunnels dating to the 6th century before Common Era. Recent explorations have mapped over 1,300 meters of underground passages carved from soft tufa stone, connecting ancient cisterns, tombs, and possibly the lost tomb of King Porsa himself. In 2022, archaeologists using ground-penetrating radar discovered a previously unknown chamber containing bronze tablets inscribed with Etruscan text that may finally help decipher this enigmatic language. The tunnels demonstrate advanced engineering with precise gradients for water drainage and ventilation shafts allowing air circulation at precise intervals. Most remarkably, sections of the labyrinth align with celestial events. During summer solstice, sunlight penetrates through specially designed openings to illuminate ritual chambers. The discovery of hundreds of lead curse tablets in one tunnel suggests the complex served both practical water management purposes and religious functions for this sophisticated pre-Roman civilization. The Valle dei Templi, Greek grandeur in Sicily. The 5th century before Common Era Greek temples at Agriento's Valley of the Temples represent some of the best preserved examples of Doric architecture outside Greece. Recent excavations at the Temple of Concordia have revealed its remarkable preservation is due to its 6th century Common Era conversion into a Christian basilica, with archaeologists uncovering the original pagan altar beneath the church floor. The 2023 discovery of a previously unknown temple dedicated to Hephaestus came with an extraordinary find: hundreds of bronze smithing tools ritually buried as votive offerings. Advanced structural analysis shows the temples employed sophisticated anti-seismic techniques, including lead-coated iron clamps between stones that allowed flexibility during earthquakes. The site's necropolis continues to yield stunning artifacts, including a recently unearthed 4th century before Common Era sarcophagus with vibrant polychrome paintings depicting the funeral games for Patroclus from Homer's Iliad. Archaeologists have also identified an extensive underground aqueduct system that supplied the ancient city, with some tunnels large enough to walk through still containing original hydraulic plaster. The Roman ships of Nemi, Caligula's floating palaces, recovered from Lake Nemi between 1928 to 1932. Emperor Caligula's 1st century Common Era pleasure ships represent the most extravagant naval artifacts ever discovered from antiquity. These massive vessels, 70–73 meters long, were essentially floating palaces with marble floors, heated baths, and rotating statues powered by an early form of ball bearings. The ship's most astonishing features included a sophisticated hydraulic system that pumped fresh water through lead pipes and a platform that may have served as a movable temple to Diana. Tragically destroyed during World War II, recent underwater archaeology has located remnants of the ship's decorations, including bronze animal heads and mosaic fragments. In 2021, researchers analyzing the lakebed discovered evidence of a third, even larger ship that may have served as Caligula's personal yacht. The ship's technology was centuries ahead of its time. Their iron anchors used a revolutionary design not seen again until the Middle Ages, while their construction employed advanced mortise and tenon joinery preserved by the lake's anaerobic conditions. Ongoing studies of the recovered artifacts continue to reveal details about Roman imperial extravagance and naval engineering prowess. The ice mummy of the Alps Otzi, the Neolithic wanderer. Discovered in 1991 on the Italian-Austrian border, Otzi the Iceman is Europe's oldest natural human mummy, dating to 3300 before Common Era. This incredibly preserved Neolithic man has revolutionized our understanding of Copper Age Europe. Recent microscopic analysis of his stomach contents revealed his last meal: ibex meat, einkorn wheat, and toxic bracken fern, possibly used as medicine. His 61 tattoos, created by rubbing charcoal into small cuts, align with acupuncture points and may represent early medical treatment. Otzi's copper axe, made from ore mined 100 kilometers away, demonstrates extensive trade networks, while his yew longbow and quiver of arrows show sophisticated hunting technology. In 2022, researchers using advanced DNA sequencing determined Otzi had dark skin, dark eyes, and was likely bald, contradicting previous reconstructions. His clothing, including a bearskin cap and woven grass cloak, represents the oldest known European textile ensemble. Forensic evidence suggests he died violently from an arrow wound to the back, making him the earliest known homicide victim whose circumstances can be reconstructed. Ongoing studies of his microbiome are providing unprecedented insights into prehistoric diets and diseases. The Roman gold mines of Los Medulas. Though technically in Spain, these first 3rd century Common Era mines were operated by Rome as Italy's most important imperial gold source. The scale of mining operations was staggering. Archaeologists estimate Romans removed 500 million cubic meters of earth using a technique called ruina montium, mountain ruin, where water pressure was used to blast away entire hillsides. Recent litter surveys have revealed hundreds of kilometers of aqueducts and sediment-controlled tanks that made this the largest hydraulic mining operation in the ancient world. The mines produced an estimated 1.5 million kilograms of gold for Rome's economy, with slag analysis showing extraction rates of 0.3 grams per ton of ore, a testament to Roman persistence. In 2020, archaeologists discovered perfectly preserved mining tools including bronze picks and leather water bags in an abandoned tunnel. The most remarkable find was a series of wax tablets detailing mine operations, including work schedules and accident reports that provide unprecedented insight into Roman labor practices. The surreal, pitted landscape left behind inspired Pliny the Elder's description of mountains turned inside out, and remains one of the most dramatic examples of ancient environmental transformation. The bronze statues of Saniano de Bagy. The 2022 discovery of over 24 2nd century before Common Era to 1st century Common Era bronze statues in a Tuscan thermal spring represents the most significant find of Etruscan Roman bronzes in over 50 years. The figures, preserved perfectly by the anaerobic conditions of the sacred pool, depict gods, emperors, and ordinary worshippers in various states of preservation, some standing 120 centimeters tall with inlaid ivory eyes still intact. The site appears to have been an important healing sanctuary where offerings were ceremonially submerged. Most extraordinary is the collection of over 5,000 gold, silver, and bronze coins found with the statues, spanning from Hellenistic Greek to late Imperial Roman periods, suggesting continuous worship for nearly 600 years. The statues show a unique cultural blend, Etruscan deities alongside Roman emperors, with inscriptions in both Latin and Etruscan. Conservationists are using advanced electrolytic reduction techniques to preserve the statues, while epigraphers study the hundreds of votive inscriptions that may finally provide a Rosetta Stone for understanding Etruscan religious practices. The sanctuary's strategic location along ancient trade routes explains its wealth, with analysis of bronze alloys revealing metals sourced from as far as Cyprus and Cornwall. The Roman Theatre of Verona. Built in 1st century before Common Era, Verona's magnificent theatre was buried under medieval buildings until its 19th century rediscovery. Recent excavations have revealed it was far larger than previously thought, with seating for 15,000 spectators, making it one of the Roman world's largest theaters. The 2023 discovery of the original Scaenae Franz stage backdrop uncovered marble columns and statues of muses still bearing traces of gold leaf and pigment. Archaeologists found hundreds of lead tokens that may have been used as theater tickets, some with seat numbers still visible. The theater's remarkable acoustics have been studied using modern audio equipment. A whisper on stage can be heard clearly in the top rows, thanks to precisely calculated reverberation chambers built into the structure. Beneath the orchestra floor, researchers discovered a 4th century Common Era Christian chapel built into the ruins, with frescoes depicting biblical scenes that represent some of northern Italy's earliest Christian art. The theater's substructures contain well-preserved graffiti from actors and spectators, including complaints about bad performances and declarations of love, providing an intimate glimpse into Roman cultural life. The Warrior of Caponata. Discovered in 1934, this larger-than-life 6th century before Common Era limestone statue represents one of Italy's most enigmatic archaeological finds. The 2.09-meter-tall warrior figure wears elaborate armor and a wide-brimmed hat, with an inscription in the extinct South Picene language that has yet to be fully deciphered. Recent 3D scanning has revealed previously unnoticed details, including intricate carvings on the back depicting what may be a funerary procession. The statue's discovery in an Abruzzese vineyard came with a trove of grave goods, iron weapons, bronze ornaments, and pottery that identify the subject as a high-ranking Italic chieftain. Archaeologists believe the statue may represent King Nevio Pompaladio, mentioned in fragmentary local inscriptions. The most puzzling aspect is its artistic style. While the front shows Italic influences, the side profile reveals strong Greek archaic traits, suggesting it was carved by a Greek artist working for Italic patrons. In 2022, researchers analyzing tool marks determined the statue was originally painted in bright colors, with traces of Egyptian blue pigment still detectable in crevices. This masterpiece of pre-Roman art continues to challenge our understanding of cultural exchange in Iron Age Italy. The Monty Pram giants, Sardinia's stone colossi. Discovered in 1974 near Cabras, Sardinia, the Monty Pram giants represent one of the most extraordinary collections of Iron Age, 9th–8th century before Common Era, sculptures in the Mediterranean. These towering limestone statues, some standing over 2.5 meters tall, depict warriors, archers, and boxers with strikingly geometric features and oversized eyes. Recent excavations have uncovered additional fragments, bringing the total to nearly 40 figures, many bearing traces of original red ochre paint. The site appears to be a monumental necropolis for Nuragic elite, with the statues guarding sacred tombs. Advanced 3D reconstruction techniques have revealed the statues were originally placed in precise rows, creating an awe-inspiring avenue similar to later Greek and Etruscan traditions. The 2023 discovery of a workshop area containing unfinished statues and tools has provided crucial insights into Nuragic stone working techniques, showing they used bronze chisels and abrasives to achieve their distinctive style. Most remarkably, isotopic analysis of the limestone traces its origin to a quarry 40 kilometers away, demonstrating sophisticated transportation networks in prehistoric Sardinia. These enigmatic figures continue to challenge our understanding of Mediterranean cultural connections before Phoenician colonization. The Domus Aurea, Nero's Golden Palace. Rediscovered during the Renaissance when artists like Raphael repelled into its underground chambers, Nero's 1st-century Common Era Domus Aurea, Golden House, remains the most extravagant imperial palace in Rome. Recent laser scanning has mapped over 150 rooms of the original 300-acre complex, revealing revolutionary architectural features like the octagonal dining room with a rotating ceiling that simulated celestial movements. In 2022, restorers cleaning a vaulted corridor uncovered previously unknown, grotesque frescoes, the style that inspired Renaissance artists, depicting fantastical creatures and gilded landscapes. The palace's most astonishing feature was its innovative use of concrete. Analysis shows Roman engineers added volcanic material to create lightweight vaults capable of spanning unprecedented distances. Archaeologists have also discovered sections of Nero's legendary rotating banquet hall described by Suetonius, with a circular foundation that once held a mechanical rotating platform. The site continues to yield surprises. In 2023, workers stabilizing the foundations found a hidden chamber containing a 1st-century Common Era sculptures workshop with unfinished marble statues and tools, providing rare insight into imperial artistic production. The Domus Aurea's buried state, Vespasian built the Colosseum over its artificial lake, paradoxically preserved its paintings while erasing it from memory, creating one of archaeology's most ironic preservation stories. The Val Camonica rock carvings, Europe's largest petroglyph collection. The Alpine Valley of Val Camonica contains over 300,000 rock carvings spanning from the Mesolithic, 8th millennium before Common Era, to Roman times, making it one of the world's most extensive open-air prehistoric art galleries. The most striking panels depict Bronze Age warriors dueling with axes and shields, Neolithic solar calendars, and Iron Age scenes of plowing and village life. Recent digital imaging has revealed previously invisible carvings beneath lichen growth, including a remarkable 4th millennium before Common Era star map showing the Pleiades constellation. Archaeologists have identified ritual procession routes marked by carved footprints leading to sacrificial altars, some still bearing traces of burnt offerings. The 2021 discovery of a previously unknown carving style featuring map-like designs may represent early cartography of the valley. Most astonishing is the Communion rose motif, a wheel-like symbol appearing across millennia that recent research suggests functioned as both solar calendar and tribal identifier. The site's ongoing documentation using photogrammetry continues to reveal new layers of meaning in this 10,000-year-long artistic tradition that UNESCO recognized as Italy's first World Heritage Site in 1979. The Roman mosaics of Piazza Armerina. The 4th-century Common Era Villa Romana del Casale in Sicily contains the most extensive and best-preserved collection of Roman mosaics in the world, covering over 3,500 square meters. The recently restored Great Hunt corridor, 60 meters long, depicts in vivid detail the capture and transport of exotic animals for Roman games, with lifelike renditions of tigers, rhinos and even a giraffe being loaded onto ships. Advanced spectroscopic analysis has identified rare Egyptian blue and Tyrian purple pigments in the mosaics, demonstrating the owner's extravagant wealth. The 2022 discovery beneath the Baths complex revealed an earlier 2nd century Common Era villa with equally fine mosaics showing marine scenes, suggesting the site was an imperial retreat for generations. The most famous mosaic, the Bikini Girls, showing women exercising in two-piece garments, has been re-examined using 3D scanning, revealing subtle shading techniques that create an illusion of movement. Archaeologists now believe the villa belonged to a senior Roman official possibly connected to Emperor Maximian, based on inscriptions found during recent excavations of the private quarters. The site's remarkable preservation is due to a 12th century Common Era mudslide that buried it until its 19th century rediscovery, protecting its fragile tesserae for modern study. The Temple of Jupiter Anxer, Republican engineering marvel. Perched dramatically on a cliff above Terracina, this 1st century before Common Era Roman temple complex demonstrates Republican-era engineering prowess. Recent excavations have revealed the sanctuary's sophisticated anti-seismic construction, massive concrete foundations with shock-absorbing sand layers and flexible lead joints between stones. The temple's most astonishing feature is its hidden water collection system, with cisterns capable of holding 1 million liters fed by an intricate network of channels carved into the limestone. In 2023, archaeologists discovered a previously unknown underground chamber containing hundreds of votive offerings, including rare 2nd century before Common Era bronze anatomical models used in healing rituals. The temple's orientation aligns perfectly with the summer solstice sunrise, when light passes through specially designed apertures to illuminate the cult statue. Restoration work has uncovered traces of the original stucco decoration that once made the massive structure gleam white for miles along the coast. Analysis of mortar samples shows the Romans used volcanic ash from Campania, transported over 150 kilometers, to create their famously durable concrete. The site's strategic position overlooking the Via Appia and Mediterranean made it both a religious center and important coastal signaling station, with recent discovery of polished bronze mirrors that may have been used for maritime communications. The Pulia Dolmans, Neolithic megaliths of the south. The thousands of Neolithic, 3rd millennium before Common Era dolmens scattered across Pulia represent one of Europe's most concentrated megalithic landscapes. Recent studies of the Alberosa dolmen complex have revealed astronomical alignments, with entrance passages oriented to winter solstice sunrise. In 2022, archaeologists excavating a collapsed dolmen near Beshegli discovered an intact burial containing 30 individuals along with distinctive bell beaker pottery, providing crucial evidence about prehistoric migration patterns. The most remarkable find was the Plaka dolmen near Matola, whose capstone bears Europe's oldest known carved spiral patterns, dated to approximately 3500 before Common Era. Ground-penetrating radar surveys have shown many dolmens sit atop even older hypogea, underground chambers, suggesting a continuous sacred geography spanning millennia. Recent isotopic analysis of skeletal remains indicates some individuals traveled from the Alps to be buried in these structures. While DNA studies reveal a genetically diverse population, the dolmen's construction techniques, using locally quarried limestone slabs weighing up to 100 tons, demonstrate sophisticated knowledge of leverage and transportation in pre-metal societies. Ongoing research is uncovering an extensive network of processional routes connecting dolmens to contemporary cave paintings and settlements. The Roman tunnels of Cumi, gateway to the underworld. The ancient Greek-Roman city of Cumi near Naples contains an extraordinary 1st century before Common Era tunnel complex traditionally associated with the Cumian Sibyl's oracle. Recent laser scanning has mapped over 200 meters of perfectly straight tunnels carved through tough stone, with sophisticated ventilation shafts maintaining constant temperature and humidity. Archaeologists have discovered this was part of a larger military engineering project, the Crypta Romana, intended to connect Cumi's port to the city while serving as an underground siege-proof corridor. The 2023 excavation of a side chamber revealed hundreds of 2nd century before Common Era lead curse tablets invoking underworld deities, confirming the tunnel's dual function as a religious site. Most astonishing is the Antro della Sibylla chamber, where acoustic analysis shows certain frequencies create eerie reverberations that may have enhanced prophetic rituals. The tunnel's precise north-south alignment corresponds with magnetic anomalies recently measured in the area, suggesting the ancients may have detected and utilized natural geomagnetic variations. Ongoing excavations continue to reveal new branches of this subterranean network that Virgil described in the Aeneid as the entrance to Hades. The Roman theater of Trieste, hidden urban treasure. Rediscovered in 1938 beneath medieval buildings, Trieste's 1st-century Common Era theater has recently yielded astonishing finds during ongoing excavations. The 2022 season uncovered the original marble-paved orchestra floor with intricate geometric patterns and traces of a massive velarium awning system. Archaeologists have determined the theater could seat 6,000 spectators, enormous for a provincial city, reflecting Trieste's importance as a crossroads of Mediterranean trade. The most exciting discovery was a collection of 2nd-century Common Era lead backstage tokens inscribed with play titles and actor names, including what may be the earliest reference to a performance of Plautus comedies in the provinces. Recent GPR surveys have detected an entire buried quarter of Roman Tergest beneath the modern city, including baths and a possible gladiator school connected to the theater. The structure's exceptional acoustics have been studied using modern equipment, revealing how the curved design amplifies sound perfectly without echo. Restoration work has brought to light long-hidden frescoes in the VIP boxes depicting theatrical masks and maritime scenes appropriate for this port city. The theater's ongoing excavation provides a unique opportunity to study Roman cultural diffusion at the empire's northeastern frontier.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.